there's going to be some winds howling in New York City today. We all know. 2 o'clock Eastern around then, Donald Trump will get his day in court, at least initially, to be arraigned. And eventually, we're going to see the indictments unsealed, and we're going to see what District Attorney Alvin Bragg in New York actually has up his sleeve. So the time here, I know Tammie's been on this a lot, it's worth repeating, 2:15 p.m. Eastern is when the former president of the United States is expected to be arraigned and enter a plea. We're also told at 3:30 this afternoon, the district attorney himself, the man really in the center of this outside of Trump, is going to have his own news conference. That will be fascinating to listen to. Again, I'm just reiterating everything Tammie's told you, but it's worth saying again, cameras will not be in the courtrooms today, although still photos of the former president will be allowed to be taken right before the hearing gets underway. We're not sure about this mugshot. We're not, like, what's your gut telling you, Tam? We're going to get a mugshot today?
Well, we talked to a former Manhattan prosecutor yesterday who said, yes, a mugshot is happening. It happens with everybody. It is not something that's negotiable, but we're hearing reports, again, that in this very unprecedented case that it may not happen. My thought is that it will, just so that the courts can say that they're treating Donald Trump like they would treat anybody else in this situation.
But also, interestingly, he had the opportunity to do this whole thing by Zoom.
Right.
So clearly, and we've been hearing that he wants a perp walk, he wants handcuffs, he wants a mugshot. I'm sure he wants it out there. It just seems like he's all about publicity, whether it's good or bad.
Devo, your thoughts on today? What do you need to see? What do you want to see today?
Some reason I decided not to nap yesterday and follow Trump's plane on all the outlets and watch it land and watch his entourage come out and then
Wait a
watch
second.
him
How did
come
you
out.
know it was Trump's plane? Joke. Trump right on the side.
The massive
Trump
on it. Then watched him get to the hotel and got, you know what I mean? It's a lot already.
Did you think it was excessive? Because CNN, MSNBC, a lot of outlets, honestly, a lot of people were criticizing the outlets specifically, saying, This isn't OJ, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
They're following helicopters on the freeway.
I was fine with it. Were you okay with it? I was fine.
It's a bit much, but I did watch. I watched, and that's the thing. There's the entertainment value of anything that is former President Donald Trump, right? So people are going to watch. The supporters are there, and they are there in a strong, strong fashion as well. I think I'd be interested to see what New York is like today in and around the courtroom. Now, do they have a set timeline for this? DA to be saying, you know, an hour and 15 minutes later, I'm going to be holding a press conference. So do we know if this is going to be quick?
Yeah,
in
it's
the
very
courtroom?
brief. Apparently, it's going to be
just
very brief.
Just reading it out and done.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Okay.
very, very brief appearance. It's literally what you said. You go in, you enter this plea, you may get fingerprinted, mugshotted, and so on, and that is that.
Out.
So it's not going to be a lengthy process at all today.
I still find it fascinating that these are all felony charges, not misdemeanor charges, felony charges.
Yeah, so far there's at least one felony charge that's included in here. We'll get more details once the details around the charges itself are actually revealed. Could be at 2:15 or after. Could be earlier, possibly, if it's leaked a little bit earlier.
I think it'll leak.
Yeah.
I think it's going to leak well before 2:15 because, look, you have a lot of legal analysts on television that actually need to go through this. They actually need to go point by point, indictment by indictment, to talk about this in some intelligent way on air. I got to tell you something. If this mugshot, to me, it's the mugshot. If this mugshot happens today, it's one of the most infamous photos in American history.
Yep.
To see Trump there, because they'll have to think, like, let's remember what we're talking about
Right,
here.
having
They'll
to hold
have
the
the
thing.
thing in front of them that mugshots have. Now, I heard the argument the other way that mugshots generally, for police nationally, in a lot of countries, is in case someone's on the run, you have some type of reference point.
For the future, yeah.
Who doesn't know who Donald Trump looks like at this point?
Yeah.
Who needs like two sides of Trump with all the HD photos that exist of Donald Trump? Like, I heard that argument yesterday. It kind of made sense to me.
Yeah, but it's a formality in that sense, right? That's what it is, and you know that he's not going to go on the run because he'll be found very easily. In that sense.
I'm with you.
He leaves a trail everywhere. His plane says Trump on it, right?
But like you were saying, Tammie, they have to go through it the way they'd go through it with anyone.
Right. Just because we're going to be watching this and critiquing it and going through everything with a fine-tooth comb, I think that if they lay off of the mugshot, then there's going to be the criticism there. And then you're going to be wondering, okay, what else are they going easy on him with throughout the process, right?
They're going to criticize either
Cue
way.
the posters, cue the T-shirts. They'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
Will the charges that we see ease the conversation of political persecution?
We're going to find out.
That's, I think,
gonna
the
find
most
out.
important thing. Mugshot aside, that's the most important thing.
But I got to tell you.
Because that conversation is...
Because I'm with you, but part of me is also disgusted at what's going on today. Because a couple of years ago, people died in Washington, okay? And nothing happened to this man. Things happened to people around him. Things happened to the lemmings on Twitter. Things happened to the lemmings on Fox News and Newsmax. There are people in prison for months because of what he did. But nothing happened to him.
Give it time.
But I do not like how this business fraud, really business fraud with an adult film actor, it's a joke. It's a complete joke that this is the first time of everything that has been accused of Donald Trump. Sexual assault, people dying at his whim, literally. We don't say that enough. This is the charge. These are the indictments. You've got to be kidding me. I think part of me is disgusted. I have zero faith in the American legal system. I don't know where this is going, but for this to be people's first genuine swing at the former president, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and he should have seen charges years ago for way more serious crimes than this. And I'm kind of flabbergasted at this point.
Right. I hear you on that. I just think that they're all coming. I think George is lining up to.
I hope you're right.
And
I hope you're
Jack
right.
Smith federally is. I think it's coming.
Okay. Today's going to be a day. Tammie's got everything you need to know. Keep it locked here on BT. And by the way, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. You know why? Because it's history. Sorry to break it to you. Tammie's